What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm out here with my newest purchase, which is a 1985 Ford F-250. That's right, it's an 8-lug 3/4 ton, of course. And what really made me want to buy this, it was cheap. It's really just a basic kind of thing. Like I said, 460 with a 4-speed, so it's super low geared, basic red interior package, tons of mice nests that needs cleaned up. There is no power in the cab at all. We don't have any radio. We don't have any ignition. We don't have anything. So that's a separate problem. What I'm actually trying to tackle in this video is this 460. I let it soak in acetone and ATF, a bunch of different solvents, and I finally got it to spin over with a starter. I broke it loose. We are going to put it back together. I got a different carburetor for it because that's a 1406, a little too small, I think, and the throttle shaft's locked up and it's really gross inside. I'll show you a better look at that in a little bit, but I got one sitting over on the tailgate there that we're going to swap out. We're going to see if we can just get this thing running. Got spark plugs, just some bare bones basic stuff, so let's see what we can get done. One thing I'm going to do real quick is pour some brake fluid in the reservoir because there's nothing in there, and maybe by the time we get done with this it'll self-bleed, or at least get us enough brakes to, with conjunction of the clutch, be able to half-ass stop when I'm riding around the yard. I took one of these valve covers off before I figured out if it was the top end or bottom end, and this thing looks remarkably clean, like really good. The springs and seats and everything look really good. A little dirty. I got an oil change for it, but I think this thing is probably going to be a decent runner as long as there's no rod knock. But I think what was locked up was it just got some water down the cylinders. Either water or mouse piss, because I hear that both of those can be very acidic. Alright, I got this old carburetor off there, and you can see the throttle shaft stuck. Tons of just rust and gunk down there. It's probably rebuildable, but I got this one, and it's a little bit bigger. I'm sure that's going to help it out a little bit. Throttle shaft moves. Probably needs rebuilt. I'm not going to lie, it's really dusty, but hopefully it's a better fuel meter than what this thing is. Like, I salvaged a little ball for the throttle, but of course with it being the same carburetor, it pretty much lines up. And we have wide open throttle. It doesn't stick. Yeah, that'll probably get us done what we need to do. We'll hook that back up right in here. We shouldn't have any vacuum leaks because that's plugged. So our vacuum advance for the distributor, and then that one back there is plugged off as well. All right, so I guess I'll go ahead and throw a new rotor on it because I bought one. Doesn't look that bad. Yeah, let's see what we can get done now. Well, these are wrong. I bet these are for like the fuel injection style. Maybe somebody carb swapped it. Maybe 85 was a factory fuel injection year, because it's got the big old box over there. So I don't know. Luckily the cap looks good enough to run. Hopefully the wires are the same. Imagine they have to be. 460 is 460, I guess. We'll put these back in the box. We can send them back. No big deal. I think this and that is still runnable. These are not the right spark plug wires. These are the female. Shoot. Might just end a day right there, because I don't think O'Reilly's has this one. Today's a Sunday. They close early, so I can't run over to the hub store over there or anything. Alright, so after messing with it for a little bit last night, we can't get it to spark, and the starter went out, so I got a new one of those in the truck, and I recharged the battery because there's no alternator and it's not running. I got a Duraspark ignition system. I think that's the Duraspark. You guys educate me down there. I also got a pickup for it, just in case. I can get it to spark, but only whenever the key's off. Like whenever you let off the key, it'll spark once. So I think that's what that is. But let me throw that starter on there, and we'll go from there. All right, let's see if we got any improvement. Huh. Nothing. Thinking maybe the solenoid's bad? Because the engine's unlocked. I tested that last night because I thought it locked back up. But it's still working, so I can still spin it over by the front. So I'm gonna replace the solenoid. Alright, change the solenoid. Spins over a lot better. Bet it was the solenoid the whole time. Okay, let's see what we got now. Ooh, I think we got something going on. Let me add some fuel. I closed the choke. Maybe this will help us a little bit. It hit. I'm gonna hook a throttle cable up to it because I bet it's full of juice. So I bet I'll have to fill up the bowl and then kind of just keep it running. Yeah. But I bet it's gonna run. All right, I got a different carburetor on there because that other one's junk. Let's see what we got. Okay, so it was just that carburetor being absolute junk. We're idling, dude. Hell yeah. That's what I like. Well, I can confirm it moves. The fuel can is up top. If that spills, we are gonna explode. But reverse works. Reverse works. Try for a second. Hey, got second. I'm gonna go back down in the first though. We don't want to get too crazy here. This is very sketchy, but it's working. Burning all the ATF and stuff that I spilled off of it. And we shot a lot of stuff out of the exhaust. Unfortunately, Trinity got a little bit of collateral damage. It went all the way underneath her chair, but I think it's going to be a pretty good truck. The brakes still don't work, but that's to be expected. It was pretty gross up in there, but it's got all the gears. Well, at least a third. I haven't tried fourth because, you know, with the gas jug going in and out all the time, you don't want to blow up. But yeah, that ain't too bad. Well, fellas, I reckon I'm gonna end this video here. I've been working on this thing for about a week straight. It's pretty much consumed me, and I'm getting pretty tired of it. But from locked up to running and yard driving, setting since 2013, I'm gonna call that a victory. If you guys want to see more on this truck, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We're so close to 300 subscribers. We'll next video, if you guys are interested, we'll change the brakes and actually get this thing going down the road, because I do have a clean title for it. But anyways, until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.